Okay, so whilst part one is exporting and uploading, and I made the stupid mistake of filming it in 4K, didn't realise I could do that on the Samsung, but okay. Right, so that can be left to export, and we'll turn ourselves back to the messy setup on this desk. Goodness gracious me. Yep, that's all got to be cleaned up. Anyway, so what's happening with this Mac Pro? Well, the RAM riser card has, well, one of the two RAM riser cards has actually died. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So it's got about 2 gigs of RAM installed on one card at the moment. So, I've got some new cards to go in there. I've also got 8 gigs of RAM to go into the machine because I don't really need any more than 8 gigs of RAM at the moment. And what we're going to do after that is actually, I'm going to take one of these monitors off the desk completely. And I'm not sure which one it's going to be yet, because I know this is a better display than the Apple display, but yeah, I don't know. I might just take the Apple display out and then use this with my MacBook Pro when I'm doing live recording gigs with my X32. So here I have a few bits. I'm just going to move my mouse out the way because that's already part of the setup, and my harmonica. So I've got a couple of bits. These here are some DVI to HDMI adapters. The reason being is because I have an HDMI 32-inch television mounted to my wall, so that'll be my dual setup for the monitors. I'll come back to what this is, but this is basically going to go with these interfaces, so I can have 12 mic pre's along the front, but I'm probably going to put those on this side over here and take the Xbox out of there. It's on top of my valve compressor, which isn't in use at the moment, but I do want to get it in use. Power switches to switch on all the pieces of equipment, patch bay that currently isn't wired into anything except for these Fostex monitors, and I'm probably going to undo all that because I've just realised that there's a way of patching the software on the Focusrite Control software to do dual monitor setups. Back to the screen, so we've got these adapters, and I've also got this switch for the television, so I can still have everything else plugged into it and be able to switch between computer, second input, and Xbox and Apple TV. So yeah, I'm going to start cleaning all this up. Okay, so we've got the Mac Pro is out, the desk is starting to look like a desk again, and now it's time to draw attention to the new components. So, going into... oh, it's difficult to hold this phone case up. Right, firstly we'll start with the... whatever this package is here. What is he? He is... aha! So that's the riser. And there's... oh great, packing peanuts. This is just gonna be beautiful for leaving a mess. Or maybe not. There's one. And there is two. Is there anything else in here I need to be aware of? Excellent, there isn't. So, close him up, move him off to one side. So we have two RAM motherboard risers, and this one. This is an awfully big box for RAM modules, and it's very well sealed. I might have to do this off camera, guys. Okay, that seems to have done the trick, and I'm hoping these might already have heat sinks on them. Okay, this is annoying. Where is my special tool? 1 second. Okay, I've got my special tool, so if it will cut through it. That's more like it. Oh, sorry, you probably missed all of that. Okay, so these do have heat sinks on them. Excellent. So there's 8 gigs of RAM right there, 2 new RAM motherboard cards, and we'll go and replace all those parts in that Mac Pro right now. Yes, my room isn't the tidiest at the moment, but it's coming together slowly. Okay, here we go. Got the RAM there, ready to go. I've actually got, this is what the RAM should look like. These are old sticks that came out of here as the old risers started to die. Now I was intending to put the original sticks back in there because I had 8 gigs in this before. However, some helpful family members decided to try and clean my room for me, and now I can't find the other 2 sticks. So I got 6 gigs here. I just thought they can be spares, and I'll just grab myself some nice new RAM. And seeing as it wasn't that expensive anyway, so I'll just open it up how you would normally open up a Mac Pro. Now, here are the cards. So, what we'll do is take this one out first. Aha. This has... Okay, so apparently the other sticks are all in here. And this is what I mean by the cards not working properly, because this one isn't working at all, and this one is only reading 2 slots. So we'll pop these sticks in there. This is the original RAM, and I'll bubble wrap him up. Come on, get in there. Sweet. So we'll just pop these out of the way and we'll prep the new ones. You can see in this Mac Pro it's a little bit dusty, so I'll have to get some compressed air on it soon, but this has had a few upgrades done before. I believe, what have we got? This one here has actually got an SSD in there. If I can actually get it out. Come on. This Mac is extremely stubborn. Yeah. There we go. So that is a... Oh hello, that's peeling off. Oh, I can just come off completely now, screw it. So this has actually got an SSD in here, and I may well upgrade this SSD soon. But I'm thinking about grabbing one of those 1TB SSDs, because I believe this is a 250 gig. We've got 2 1TB hard drives and just another random drive I found one day, but I think we may upgrade all the drives in here soon. There's also a USB 3.0 card in there, and that's just a stock graphics card, but I'm probably going to upgrade that soon. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that I want to upgrade to one of the NVIDIA cards for this. So anyway, let's see how... Am I going to need my special tool for this again? Probably not. Excellent. I'm just going to unwrap this and then we'll be right back. So we've got some more anti-static bags. That's cool because I can probably fit these in these bags, so that makes life a lot easier. Let's just open this up. Okay. Okay. So we'll just take this tape up. Sorry about this camera work, guys. Only I'm filming on... Right, you know what, 1 second. I'm just going to take it out of this case because this case is annoying. There we go. Now I'm not having to juggle with a phone case. Basically, I'm filming all of this on a Samsung Galaxy... Okay, this isn't a bag. I'm filming this all on a Samsung Galaxy because I do not have a point and shoot camera that I can use at this time. just touch the radiator, make sure that I am earthed. There we go, and there is a new RAM card. Let's load that up with some of this lovely 8 gigs of RAM up here. Okay, so that's a new card loaded with RAM, so I'm just going to grab him, and take the anti-static bag off of it, and we're going to slot him into its new home. Here we go. And it's in like that. I'm going to do the other one off camera and then update you in a moment. Okay, so that's all in. So that's new risers, new RAM, and let's just pop the lid back on this Mac and we'll set him back up. And I think I've made a decision which monitor I'm going to remove, and I'm afraid for now it is going to be the Samsung monitor I'm going to take out, just because I am using the USB ports on the Apple display for this setup. So yeah, I'll leave that in there for now until I can afford to get myself another USB hub. Okay, quick update. I have changed my mind about the monitors again. I've reworked some USB stuff and I've got the Samsung is staying here. Patch bay's been completely depatched, and I'm going to get what I'm going to try and do is see if I can grab some kind of preamp set that will allow me to use inserts, or I might even just program some of the ins and outs on the Scarlett to be insert points for Pro Tools. So for now the Xbox is going to stay there, but eventually that's going to move to another location. And I'm going to, alongside this compressor, I'm going to see if I can grab some nice analog vintage sort of EQs and whatnot, just so I can get some nice analog sound, because this might be a digital setup, but I'm an analog person. So, just about to start getting, where did I put it? Okay, I'm going to have a look and see where I've put the, oh there it is. I'm going to start wiring this up, get the visuals wired up, get the macro back in, and yeah, let's, I'll update you in a moment. Okay, so the Mac is back in its place, it's got power going to it. Now I'll just sort out the visual systems. Pulled the TV out and disconnected the HDMIs. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to go to Asda and get some more HDMIs, or depending on what time it is. Let's have a look. Yeah, it'll be Asda at this time. Okay, so we have got this to set up next. I have run out of plug sockets back there, so I'm going to have to revisit the power situation on another day when I've got more time to pull absolutely everything out from under there. So here is the switch, and oh, I love doing this. Yes. Put that in that bag. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to I'll have to set this up off camera, but it has got 5 ports. And let's see, in here we have the power. Okay, then that's European, some sort of adapter. Here's the UK power adapter. And under here we have instructions are down there, but I don't need those because we've actually got one of these downstairs, so I already know how it works. And I shall set this up and then update you. Okay, so the wiring is done. The monitors are wired back in. The studio monitors are now all wired into the Scarlett, so I'll have to do some software debugging a bit later on because the software is having issues on this Mac last time I booted up. So let's see what happens. I'm going to turn on the TV, and for anyone that wanted to see the installation of the adapter. This pack has 2 of them, which is quite nice. It's literally just that screws into the DVI port on the graphics card, and then you plug an HDMI lead into that end. So the TV is now on. Switch the Mac Pro on, and as soon as the Mac Pro powers up, this will get power. There you go. It's on one of those eco plugs that will switch the monitor on. And looks like, well, apparently that's recognised that it's got an input. Aha, yes it has. That TV is actually receiving signal from the Mac Pro, and the Mac Pro started up without any hassle, and it's actually started up a damn sight quicker than it had done before. So I'm just going to put my password in, we'll log into it. Yep, that's my secondary desktop up there. I'm going to need to sort that resolution out. And displays, gather. Okay, let's do scaled. So that's set to 1080i interlace, so let's set it to 1080p and see if that makes any difference. And it does, believe it or not. That has made a massive difference, and everything is actually fitting on that screen. So now, next thing is arrange this, because for anyone that doesn't know, when you have extended desktop mode open, you move your mouse cursor to the side and it'll come up on the next display. In our case, because the monitor is up, I want to be able to move my cursor up. So you can do that on the Mac. You can probably do it in Windows as well, I just don't know how. I've just got to try and remember how to do it, so I will pause the camera and come back to you once I've remembered. Okay, I've remembered, so simply, let me focus. Simply we go onto the arrangement, and there it is. So I'll just move this one up above, and there we go. So now I can move my mouse up and it appears on the next screen. So I would say that was a success. Let's just try, whoops, it's running a lot faster. So if I go to about this Mac, we should see we have 8 gigs of RAM. Oh yes. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So that part's done, and so the next part we'll be looking, which might take a little while before that comes, but we're going to be looking at filling up these racks a bit more. I'm just going to power on the Scarlett. Just double check that we've got the audio coming in on the Scarlett. Yep, there we go. Just switch the monitors on, so the RCFs are on, switch that, and the Fostex monitors have come on. So I'm going to have a little play around with this for a second, and I'll update you in a moment. Okay, this will be the final update for part 2. So I've got Logic running up here. Everything is pretty much working, except I still can't get the control software to work on this Mac. So next part will be installing some more rack gear, which might take a little while before that part comes, because I need to get the funds to buy said rack gear. And yep, wiring the final setup up. I'm probably going to have to reinstall this Mac and see if I can get it running properly, because it's still not quite happy software wise. It's having a few glitches here and there. I'm hoping it's not the Mac dying, because it's fairly old. But yeah, it's coming through. And this is one of my own songs, so there won't be any copyright issues for YouTube here. What do you see when you look at the wall? So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall see you next time.